this is Marie Page and this is Module 3, Getting Local Search Right. So what is the importance of local search? In fact, what even is local search? Well, 46% of all searches on Google are people looking for local information. So that basically is a local search. You are looking for information about a product or service in your local geographic area. 92% of searchers will pick businesses on the first page of local search results. So you have quite a challenge there because there will be maybe 8, 10 businesses on the first page, and there'll be a load of ads, and there'll be Google My Business listings in the right hand side, as well as the organic results. And you'll find that there'll be quite a lot of yoga directories that will appear above a lot of the local sites. And there will be websites, and they may be really old, not very nice looking websites, but they've been there for a long time, and Google knows they're to be trusted. So there could well be some of your local competition that are doing really quite well on Google, despite having quite old sites that haven't been updated in forever. And when you look at them, the user experience is horrendous. So you have a bit of an uphill journey with a brand new site, because Google really values older sites to get any visibility. And if you were to Google Marie Page Yoga right now, because my site has only been live for a few weeks, you will not find it top of the search results at all. You'll find that there'll be directories above it. You'll find that my Facebook page and group come above it. You may find that the local Google My Business listing, which is on the right hand side, will be there, but the website itself will be quite a long way down. It will start to rise because the site is well built and is well optimized with good fresh content on it, but it doesn't happen overnight. So 72% of consumers that did a local search visited a store within 5 miles. 97% of people learn more about a local company online than anywhere else. 88% of searches for local businesses on a mobile device either call or visit the business within 24 hours. So people are really in active use mode here with local search. Then the importance of a responsive mobile-friendly site. 61% of people searching on mobile are more likely to contact them if they have a mobile-friendly site. So you have to be building your site to be mobile-friendly. And if you're watching this because you've had a yoga or Pilates business for several years and you've got a site that does not function terribly well on mobile, then you are going to be being penalised by Google for that. And you can see that local searchers, and most people are just searching on their mobile while they're out and about or sitting watching the TV and things in the evenings. They're going to be using their mobiles, so you need to make sure your site is responsive. And look at this last statistic. Near me, or close by, so Pilates classes near me, those sorts of searches grew by more than 900% over 2 years. And these are the searches that are likely to result in a Google My Business listing or a Google My Business result, which is what I'm going to show you now. Google My Business. So you'll be familiar with this little image that I've shown you in the bottom here. This, when you're on desktop, is what you see in the sort of top right hand area of the screen when you get a local search result. So if I was to put in yoga classes near me, this is what I will see. And because when I'm in an ordinary search mode, i.e. not in an incognito search mode, I will be close. I'll be bang on where my head office is, where one of my centres is. So I should be really coming up the top of that. And you can see some of my local competition there as well. When I screen grabbed this, I didn't have a website. I know it looks like I have, but the URL that I put into my Google My Business listing was actually for my Facebook group. So you can get your Google My Business listing set up today if all you've got is a Facebook page or a Facebook group. Okay. So, I mean, it's better to have a website, but if you haven't got there yet, don't put off getting a Google My Business listing up. So it takes very little time to do this and minimal technical skill to set up. It's basically a free tool that helps you manage how your business appears on Google search and maps results. So what you'll do is you'll put your business name, your location, your hours, and you'll be able to reply to customer inquiries there. People can post reviews. You and they can add photos. And you'll get a bunch of other data about how people are searching for you as well. So well worth doing. Let's have a little look how it is. So if I put in the search term yoga near me, this is what I am seeing. I'm seeing a number of local yoga classes, and there's all of my information, and there should have been a map going all the way over here, but I've screen grabbed it and taken it to a slightly smaller size, cropped it so that I can put these other bits in here as well. So this is my Google My Business listing. So you can see my business name, my logo, a link to my website, which nowadays is my proper website. People can get directions to it. You can see the reviews. And people can click to write a review there. You can see the address, whether it's open or closed right now, the phone number, where you get appointments from. So that's my Instabook URL. I can ask a question. And look here, you can suggest an edit if you feel that the information on any Google My Business listing is wrong. And now sometimes what will happen is that you find that you've got a Google My Business, I'm going to call this GMB, a GMB listing, and it's not something you've created. It's someone has created it for you, or Google itself has created it for you. And if you own that business for that listing, you can click to claim it. You just have to send some proof of address in. So not difficult to do at all. So let's see some of these features. You can see I've screen grabbed when I had 6 reviews, then they were all 5-star, then I got 1 4-star review. That's frustrating, isn't it? But actually, if you click on that review, and everyone obviously always does click on what it thinks is a bad review. It's not a bad review at all. It's just someone who gave me 4 stars and then wrote something very, very nice about the classes. So it actually looks a lot more genuine than just having lots and lots of 5 stars. So I'm not too worried about it being 4.9. And then this is an absolutely lovely review from one of my students, Jill. And I have created some content in my GMB listing as well. So I've created a post. So I clicked this obviously in December when I was running a bunch of free classes. So I can also see, because I own the listing, I can see how many views it has at that time and how many clicks. Here's how the Valdemoses yoga retreat listing looks. I've shared this because it's been going for such a long time, and you can see lots of lovely reviews, loads of photos and views of those photos. So they've got, this is 560 views, but there's lots and lots of other photos. So these are actually photos that customers have uploaded. You can see how in the last 28 days, that's how many views they've had, the number of searches and the activity. So really, really busy GMB listing. When you are logged into your Google My Business account, you see this information down the side. So home, posts that you have created or the opportunity to create them, your business information. So this is where you need to go to make sure everything is accurate there, and there's as much information as you can give there. You can get insights data as to how people are finding you and what they're doing, in GMB. You can look at the reviews. You can ask people to review you, other bits and pieces there. You can even create a website using GMB. So, hey, maybe if you don't want to do the WordPress route, a Google My Business website might be worth you having a look at. I've not looked into any great details, so I can't recommend it or not recommend it, I'm afraid. So how to create a Google My Business listing. So you need, first of all, to have a Google account. So you will, if you've got a YouTube account, that means you've got a Google account. If you've got a Gmail address, that means you have a Google account. If you haven't, just create a Google email address. It's free. So, blah, blah, yoga@gmail.com, and then you can start. So you go to google.com/business and select Start Now in the top right hand corner. You enter your business name and address, you choose a category for your business, you add your phone number and website, so that website URL can be a Facebook page or a group, and then you choose a way to get verified. And you can get verified by postcard, or if you've got a landline into your address that you're listing there, you can do that by phone. Some businesses are eligible for email verification. And if you happen to be verified via Google Search Console, which probably you won't be unless you've had someone very, very clever sorting out your website for you, in that case you can get instant verification, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. So postcard or phone is the way to go. So once you've created a listing, you then want to optimize it. You want to make it look as good as possible, both for your potential customers and also for Google. So here is mine. From the dashboard, you want to click info. So that's in that column on the right hand side. Let's just go back to it. So actually I'm going to go forward to it and you can see it here. Info is here. So that's actually normally in the left hand column. You add as much information as you can, your address, where you service, your opening hours, phone number, blah, blah, blah. This is my contact details as well. Add some photos in. Choose a cover photo very carefully because that's the one that's mainly going to be seen. Add your logo, and it's good to be continuing to dribble in photos from time to time. You can add a video that needs to be 30 seconds or shorter, 100 megabytes or smaller, and at least 720p resolution or higher. Now, once your information is up there, anyone can suggest an edit to Google. Not everyone gets it right the first time. So please don't encourage people to make sort of random changes to it. And it is a good idea for you to periodically log into your GMB profile to just see that there haven't been changes made that are actually inaccurate, or actually are perhaps competition kind of trying to mess things up for you. Do be aware of that. You should get some notifications as well. So you scroll down the menu, fill in all the other information. You can download the GMB app as well to your phone. You can see a screen grab of that here, so that's really useful. So you can see I'm getting quite a lot of views and searches and activity, even for my little business. And if you turn on messaging, and that's in the settings area, so settings right down the bottom here, it's that little cog image. You can encourage people to message you directly from search, and you can create an automatic greeting there too. Why would you not want to turn messaging on? You want people to contact you. You want to get new customers. Here's the reviews. So good practice on reviews is to respond to them as quickly as you possibly can. And there is some evidence to suggest that if you respond to a review extraordinarily quickly, within an hour or so of it being posted, Google really likes that because it shows that you're being responsive to your potential customers. And it's likely to give you kind of SEO points, search engine optimization points. It's going to give you that prime slot in the GMB results. That's just one of the elements. Of course, just responding to reviews quickly alone is not going to be enough. So, I always try and do a really nice little response where I can. So you can create posts. These are like little blog posts, really. They don't last for long on Google. They're just they're up for a week, 2 weeks, something like that, before coming down again. They just expire, basically. Think of them a bit like Facebook or Instagram stories. But I tend, when I'm just updating my blog, when I'm updating social media, I'll pop my latest blog post into my GMB posts as well. And you get insights data, so you can see what people are doing. So how are people searching? So most people are finding me by searching for a category, for instance, local yoga classes or local yoga studio. Very, very small numbers are searching by specifically looking for my name or address. Of course, people might be doing that in order to find me on a map. So, that's another good reason to have it. If you've got someone trying to get to a class and can't remember where you are, having that listing can be very helpful. These are the search queries that people have used to find my business. So I haven't got lots and lots of numbers in here yet, but you can see fitness classes near me, yoga near me is all working well. Where customers view my business on Google, so listing in maps is the red at the bottom and the orange is listing on search. And then customer actions, the most common actions that people take on my listing, requesting directions, but the most common is visiting my website. Well, don't we want that to happen? We want people to search for yoga classes near me, find us on the GMB listing and click through to the website. So that's great. That's 17 people in the last month have taken an action. They've either visited the website or requested directions. And here are the number of photos that have been viewed. So, that, for a really little business like mine, 200 photo views, that's not bad at all. Businesses like mine, Google reckons, I'm well under average. But, it's what is like mine. Are they comparing apples and oranges? I think they probably are. 5,000 photo views seems to be incredibly high for a local yoga business, but for a local, shop, it may well be a much, much higher number. Then once you've got your listing on Google, you can head over to Bing, that other search engine. Still used quite a lot by quite a lot of people. Not a bad idea to have a listing there as well. And you can see once you've created your listing there, you can sync it with Google My Businesses. So it'll pull all the data across from GMB without you having to do everything. Other stuff is very, very similar on Bing. So that was local search. Really, really is not hard to do. Even if you're not remotely technical, it'll take you all of about an hour. So close this down, go away, get in front of your computer and start creating your Google My Business listing and watch some inquiries coming in. We're going to come back in module 4 and we're going to look at search engine optimization. So this is getting your website to be seen by Google and by humans outside of local search.